A chance to find out how they managed to buck the trend when we spoke to Klein. He's the CEO of SAP. I hope you like it as much as I do. Take a look. Christian, it is great to have you on the show, and given the fact that it's the first time, I would absolutely love for you to describe to people how integral you are to so many companies around the world.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Jim. Why didn't you invite me earlier?
Because I'm an idiot. Your company is so important. But it drives me crazy. I don't think that there's a company in the world that wouldn't think of you when they're trying to do some sort of reorganization or get better. And you guys are behind so much.
100% right, Jim. Actually, I would bet that 99% of your customers in the show, also my customers, SAP customers. No, actually, seriously spoken, I mean, 400,000 customers, one SAP in core finance, in core supply chain, in core manufacturing, HR, procurement. And yeah, SAP is more relevant than ever when it comes to business transformation. We talk a lot about resilient supply chains, and it's also about moving all of these enterprises into sustainability and help them to, have transparency around ESG and ACT. And this is what SAP is about.
Okay, so let me ask you, you're a big company. You're Porsche, your BMW, whatever. Now, those are European companies. They would know you, and they would know to turn to SAP. But how does, say, the NBA know to go to SAP?
Also, the NBA knows us really well. The NFL knows us really well. The Eagles know us very well. We are also, by the way, a proud sponsor of the 49ers. And even more important, they are using our software.
But you guys are like Germans, okay? I know everybody does love you. I checked around. I mean, everybody but I'm just saying that it is so interesting. We very rarely find huge European companies that are behind the scenes doing so much in our country. And I just want people to understand that there's a lot of things that no one else seems to know how to do but you.
Yes, indeed. And look, the US, the United States, is our biggest market. And just today, we also announced a strategic partnership, for example, with Lockheed Martin. Yeah, so they want to further automate manufacturing. They need a resilient supply chain. They need to make faster and smarter decisions. And this is where we are helping customers around the world.
All right, so let's go over there. Jim Ticklett's a friend of the show. He's a rather incredible manager. We knew him when he was at American Tower. You go to a company like Lockheed Martin, it's got big helicopter business, it's got jet business. Does he say, you know what, I've got to figure out how to make this company more streamlined. I don't want my supply chain to be a problem. When he calls you, and I'm sure he calls you, what does he say, and what do you offer?
It feels like you are part of this call because these.
Well, because I've always wanted your company on. I think you're a remarkable company, and there are many people who cannot make a move without you. And I want people to understand that you are what I regard as indispensable.
And this is spot on. And look, also coming, out of Davos, the World Economic Forum, there were three pressing needs, what all companies have in common, all CEOs. First, how can I transform my company? Take, utilities. How can I become a green hydrogen provider? Or second, resilient supply chain. I need to sustain my growth, but my supply chain is disrupted. SAP can help to connect me with all of my suppliers. And third, I have to take care. I have to act on sustainability. And SAP has the data, the ESG data, not only for my company, but we also connect, again, your suppliers to also measure Scope 3.
Well, okay, so when I look at, there's two parts that I knew you as. One is that, let's say you acquire a lot of companies. You don't have any idea how they all work, the accounting business. You go to SAP. But I'm far more excited these days about what you're doing in the cloud. But they're both integral to what your company does.
Absolutely. I mean, oftentimes, customers start with finance. That's also how SAP got started. But then they are moving, hey, when you're running finance with SAP, why not run my payroll with SAP? And when I run payroll, why not also having all my employee services with SAP? And when I do that, I run all my logistics with SAP. And this is how we are expanding our footprint. And on our platform, we are running the world's largest companies, and we are running the whole value chain oftentimes. Oftentimes, they are really betting on SAP. And now, Jim, very important, we have a huge ecosystem of 20,000 partners because this is really a joint transformation, and we are also enhancing the value of our portfolio, also with partners who are building on our platform new innovations.
All right, speaking of your portfolio, you also announced a restructuring, a streamlining, some would say. What was the point of that? And I know that there were people who you let go, and I'm trying to figure out whether that was anything to do with a weaker economy or just because you want a stronger SAP.
I mean, first, when we reported earnings today, we have a booming cloud business. Our current cloud backlog is now at 12 billion, growing 24%. We are giving a strong guidance for next year. We want to grow our cloud business by another 25%. So the business is in a really good shape. So why restructuring? Because we are winning in our core portfolio. We are winning in ERP, we are winning in supply chain. And there are other areas of portfolio where we say, hey, let's rather shift and lift and shift our investments to this core to further expand our market share, to further increase the competitiveness of SAP, to make sure that not only in 2023, but also in the years ahead, we see super high growth in the cloud.
Okay, so is Qualtrics part of the reorganization? They're friends of the show. We've had them on a number of times. We think their company is great. Maybe it just didn't fit in with the core portfolio, and that's why you're willing to look at selling the rest of it?
Yeah, look, Sick and Wine, they are running a great company.